Sorella, Lady of the House of Martok, has requested that you meet her at the House Estate in the Ketha Lowlands. She did not explain why she wanted to see you, but I expect that she has some tasks she would like completed. The House of Martok has lost much prestige since I took the Chancellor's seat. But they still have many allies among the KDF, and I am loath to reject Sorella's request without a good reason. Gaining the favor of the House of Martok could serve you well, but remember, they have many enemies. I harbor no ill towards Sorella, but do not get caught up in her vengeance against me. It would not be in your best interest. Serve the Empire well. Qapla!
The estate of House Martok. It has been too long. After Gowron stripped my house of its titles and lands, this place became my home. I will defend it and House Martok to my final breath. Come, Lady Sorella waits for us ahead. Believe me when I say it is unwise to keep her waiting.
Welcome. I will skip the usual pleasantries. We have serious matters to discuss. The House of Martok has many enemies. Some of them seek to curry favor with Gempok, or the House of Duras, by striking at us. Until now, most of these attacks have been little more than a nuisance. But now we know that an enemy may be plotting to assassinate Worf, and my grandson, Maven, may also be a target. The filthy Baktag willing to carry out such dishonorable attacks must be stopped. And so, I ask you to find these assassins and eliminate them.
Any threat to House Martok will be dealt with, my lady. On that, you have my word as a warrior. Where is Maven now?
He is on his way to the Batleth tournament on Forcus 3 with your father. Worf assured me that he would handle security matters during the trip, but that was before you reported your findings to me. Before you go, I have another concern. Our local farmers reported seeing a Romulan here recently. Given Kemtar's suspicions of a house collaborating with the Tal Shiar, it seems to be an odd coincidence. We need to know what the Romulan was doing here before you leave for the tournament.
A Romulan? Here? Once I would have considered that impossible. But we live in strange times. Maybe they have come to their senses and joined with the Empire against the Federation. I haven't seen this Romulan myself, but one of the others might have. You have my leave to speak with the workers. One of them might have seen your pointy-eared interloper about.
Of what interest is a Klingon farm to a Romulan?
The only thing I've paid attention to of late has been the lack of rain. But you're a warrior, not a farmer. You wouldn't be interested in that. Sorry I couldn't help you.
The Togs have been busy tearing up my roots, but other than that, I haven't seen anything unusual.
I remember seeing the Romulan. He said he was a surveyor hired to architect a new irrigation system. He set up equipment on the hill over there, but I have not seen him lately. It would not surprise me if he is up to no good. You can never trust a Romulan.
This surveyor may be more than he seems. The idea of a Romulan moving alone, freely on estate grounds? I do not like where this is going. Let's follow his steps. Doing so could lead to insight on the Romulans' actions. I see the equipment there. It is definitely Romulan tech. That is definitely Romulan gear, but it is not surveying equipment. It is a short-range EM transmitter, not something a surveyor would use, Romulan or otherwise. I have a bad feeling about this. Disable it at once! Well done! We still have a suspicious Romulan on the loose, however. There is a shipping and receiving area nearby, close to a landing pad. I suggest speaking with the workers there. They may have seen our mysterious surveyor recently. Feral Togs, always a problem at this time of year.
Yes, I remember this man. It's not every day you see a Romulan in the Qapla lowlands. He didn't say he was a surveyor, though. He told me that he was a part of a diplomatic delegation studying our agriculture. Martok would have never let a Romulan set foot on our world. That's why I don't think much of Jimpak. He's too soft. The oddest thing I remember, other than him being a Romulan, was that he personally scheduled the delivery of goods to the farm. That is against our security procedures. Lady Sorella insists on authorizing all deliveries to the manor. However, his codes were valid, and he had Lady Sorella's signature, so I did as he asked. His delivery arrived today. It is the large package we moved to the grain storage shed near the House of Martok's Manor. Knep would know what was ordered. He handles most of Lady Sorella's business transactions.
And now our surveyor is a diplomat. A Tal Shiar spy seems more likely. I processed that delivery. It was an order for the House of Martok. They needed explosives for digging out a new irrigation system. The order was placed by Lady Sorella with her signature and authorization codes. She must need the new irrigation channel badly. Normally, Sorella delays such tasks until the winter, when the farm hands aren't busy with planting and harvesting. This spy is clever, placing the explosives near the House of Martok's fertilizer stores. If he detonates them, the results will be devastating. I believe that device we found earlier was intended to be a trigger relay. Taking it out will slow the Romulan down, but it may not be enough to foil his plan. We should focus our search near the fertilizer shed. The spy will need a good vantage point to monitor the area before he triggers the detonation. Come, the hunt continues. Use your scanner to search for Romulan life signs. The signal is getting weaker. The signal is getting stronger!
Enemy targets on sensor.
The signal is getting stronger! The signal is getting stronger! There! By the ship! What is that Romulan doing?
The House of Martok will crumble, and with it, the rest of the Klingon Empire. You cannot stop what has begun.
Treacherous for shock! It's an ambush!
Enemy targets on sensor.
They're finished! Deal with that bomb before it kills us all! This ship, it is the Rotaran, the flagship of House Martok. That Romulan wanted to blow up more than fertilizer. It would have been a fatal blow, both to the house and its honor. Cha! One thing is clear. Whoever is behind this plot has no honor. Not even a Fekiri would join forces with the Tal Shiar. It is madness! We must continue the hunt, my friend. The Romulan still draws breath, and as long as he lives, our troubles will multiply. A piece of Baktok probably beamed up to a cloaked vessel in orbit. Let us return to your ship and see if we can find it. Ever since Qapla recognized the government on New Romulus, the number of Romulan ships in orbit over Kronos has increased. Most of them have legitimate reasons for being here. As a diplomat, I realize that harassing such a ship could lead to an incident. That's trouble we do not need. Very well. I am willing to continue, as long as you understand that discovering the vessel that holds our quarry will be difficult. There's a lot of warp and impulse traffic in the area. It's too much for the scanners to handle, especially if we're dealing with a cloaked ship. That's assuming the ship is still in the system. They may have gone to warp as soon as the spy stepped off the transporter pad. Ah, your intuition served us well, my friend. Scanners are detecting trace singularity distortions from the nearby asteroids. I believe a cloaked Romulan warbird recently entered warp there. If we get a closer scan, I will be able to plot a course based on the warp trail signature.
I'm being pursued by annoying Klingon insects. What are they called? Flies. As much as I would love to dance, I have a pressing appointment elsewhere. So let's change heart.
Let's see if we can follow the warp trail of the Romulan leader. Scanning. Ah, there it is. Warp trail detected. Sensor analysis indicates that the Romulan is headed for the Forcus system. Agreed. I believe Lady Sorella's suspicions were correct. The Romulans mean to kill Maven and anyone that gets in their way, like my father. Both Maven and my father are formidable warriors, but even they can be overwhelmed by numbers and treachery. I must go to Forcus to warn them. Will you join me, my friend? We have arrived in the Forcus system. The Warbird's warp trail ends here. She's out there, somewhere. Initiating sensor sweep now. I've hailed him several times, but he has not answered. Either he is unable to respond, or unwilling to respond. Let us hope he is engaged with the Batleth tournament and watching over Maven. We will need to beam down to the surface to know for certain, however. Yes, she is dropping into orbit over Forcus 3 and hailing us. It appears Commander Tarson would like a word.
You're becoming an annoyance. You have made yourself a target by defending the House of Martok. By following me here, you've given me no choice but to destroy you.
Target's shields have failed.
He cloaked! Scan for energy traces so we can follow him.
Target's shields have failed.
Klingons are helping the Romulans! They are Maquis!
Target's shields have failed.
Cloaked again! We must find him! Quickly!
You cannot stop what is already set in motion. The Klingon Empire will fall.
Shields have failed.
Tarson may have beamed himself and his agents to the surface. He also has Klingon traitors aiding his cause. We have more work to do, my friend. Let us beam down and attempt to contact Maven and my father before things get worse. Any Romulans here will be well hidden, but their Klingon allies will be able to move freely. Even so, someone might have noticed some unusual behavior. Let's start in the bar. Tongues loosened by blood wine may reveal clues we'd otherwise miss.
Did you see Jim Puck when he was young and still fighting in the tournaments? Oh, now that was something to behold. He was masterful and fluent, not like the young tards here these days. I'm surprised that some of them can hold on to their batlets for the entire match. Ah!
Wonderful! Another stout warrior eager to hear a story of my glory days in battle. Pull up a chair and I'll allow you the honor of buying me a blood wine.
Have you seen a fighter from the House of Duras? He looks like a real contender for champion standing. I'll bet you a barrel of blood wine that he wins without taking a single wound.
If General Chang fought the Harmaster Corps, both in their prime fighting condition, who do you think would take champion standing?
And what do you think of the new rule restricting bottomless links to between 110 and 120 centimeters?
Do you really think a Romulan would be foolish enough to beam down to an arena filled with hundreds of Klingon warriors? Besides, ever since that one tournament where the champion of the House of Mokai used a transporter to steal his opponent's batleth in the middle of a fight, there are transport inhibitors in place. The only places they can operate are the transport pads and cargo storage.
The enemy is devious, moving in disguise. Tactics worthy of House Mokai, but not a true Klingon warrior. If they're posing as cargo haulers, they will have access to the locker rooms where competitors store their gear. They need only wait there for Maven between rounds and strike when he least expects it. Hearing the chanting and sounds of batleths reminds me of the first time I celebrated the Qapla festival. That was the first time I remember understanding what it means to be a Klingon warrior.
Nuchnech, speak quickly. I have a tournament to run and little time for fools. Access is limited to maintenance staff and competitors. If you have a security concern, take it up with security. I am, and you will explain your impudence before I show you why I am in charge. The hard way.
There is another way. Is it still possible to enter the tournament?
Not as a competitor, but we do have an opening for an exhibition match. One of the fighters put enough blood wine in his gut to drop the Gone King and had to withdraw. If you wish to take his place, I will allow it. Then combat you shall have. No firearms are allowed. You must use a melee weapon. A batleth is preferred, but this is an exhibition, so you may use an unconventional melee weapon if you wish. Even one of those Vulcan lurpas they wave at each other in mating disputes. Ha! Now, an exhibition match. This concludes the exhibition. Our next match will begin shortly. Ha! You fight well. Work on your form, and you might qualify for next year's tournament. You may use the locker rooms to clean up. Go. Should you have the courage, I will allow you the honor of buying me a blood wine later. Perhaps we will see if you drink as well as you fight.
I said that I would tell you the story of how I came to be called Qapla. Qapla was the name of a warrior who saved my father from assassins on Maranga 4. I used the name Qapla to honor his memory, to remind me of what it means to be Klingon.
What's this? A globfly buzzes into these hallowed chambers? This is a place for competitors, insect! Be gone! The insect buzzes still. I think it is time I stifled it permanently. Last chance, globfly. Leave on your own 2 feet or on the barge to Grethor. Your choice.
More traitors in league with Tarson. They must be preparing to strike.
You are looking for Maven? He is in another room, further down the hallway.
Maven has fallen to treachery! The House of Martok will have its revenge! He's using the field to weaken our energy weapons! Switch to a melee weapon!
Losing power. Making damage detected.
Tor, I need reinforcements!
Personal shield losing power. Making damage detected.
What is the meaning of this, Alexander? Maven was sent here to replace his equipment, and yet I find you here, surrounded by Romulans with the grandson of Martok dead at your feet. Explain yourself.
Lady Sorella feared that you alone would not be able to keep her grandson safe. We followed these Romulans here, and would have stopped them had these halls not been filled with Klingon traitors. And where were you when these assassins struck?
I see you have been listening to my son's conspiracy theories again. He talks of peace and uniting the houses, yet here he is, with a blade in his hand, looking for glory. I told you I wanted nothing to do with this.
While you were here at the tournament, assassins moved against Lady Sorella at her own estate. If we hadn't tracked down this agent and disarmed his explosive, she would be dead as well. At every step, we have encountered Klingons hiding in the shadows, with blades at our backs.
I have not seen this evidence, but I believe what you say. We will get to the bottom of this. That does not mean we can act rashly. If there were Klingons aiding these agents, then we are still in danger.
Agreed. A great house conspiring with the Tal Shiar to assassinate other Klingons. And it is not just a theory. How high does the corruption go?
Sorella and the rest of the House of Martok will mourn for her grandson. But I must also see that security remains a priority. To start, I am sending you a recruit from our house, the warrior Belera. She's been personally trained by me and will aid your crew as we fight against the House of Torg.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. My former jailers were from that house. At least, before we sent them to Qapla on the frozen tundra of Rurapente. You have fought with me this far, my friend. Will you see this through to the end? Help me serve House Torg, a dish colder than the gulag they used to command.
Ah, I have discovered the location of the evidence we need to clear our names. Obtaining that data. Ah!
The idea that one of the great houses is conspiring with Romulans to attack House Martok is troublesome. Come to the Ketha Lowlands. Worf and I would be honored if you would participate in Maven's Hecate. Once we have put our family matters to rest, you may work with Worf and Kemtar to determine our plan of attack. Serve the Empire well.
Maven was the heir of House Martok. We will be diminished without him. He died as a warrior born, and soon he will join his honored ancestors in the halls of Stovokor.
You honor my house by returning the body of Maven to his home. My grandson was very traditional. In his honor, we shall perform an Akvo. Together, we will follow our ancient traditions by watching over Maven until his spirit is ready for the journey to Stovokor. I would be honored if you joined us in the Akvo.
In the flash, before the night, you heard the call of Stovokor. The warriors singing. Cry out your name. Welcome home. Welcome home. Let not your heart be filled with fear. The spirit soars on honor's wings. Your heart is singing. You found your way. Welcome home. Welcome home. Thank you for participating in the Akvo. It is important that we remember our traditions. Together, we have kept away the predators that would take Maven's body before his spirit was ready to leave for Stovokor. Now he may seek the fellowship of Martok and continue the warrior's journey.
Pardon my interruption, Gintok. We have an urgent security matter. House of Tog warriors was seen gathering in the first city. We have word that they are planning an assault, and will be here any moment.
Send an alert to everyone on the estate. I will see to Lady Sorella. Prepare your men. We will not let these dogs catch us by surprise. Here they come. Show them no mercy.
Defend Lady Sorella!
House Tog will end you Martok fools, and your pathetic house!
You desecrated the Akvo, and for that...
More enemies approach.
The ferry for Grathor leaves soon, and you shall be on it, you worthless Karut.
Torg sent his lackeys to attack us during a sacred ritual. He is truly a dishonorable Takek, and I will have my vengeance. Worf, Kemtar, honored allies of House Martok, hear me now. Lead our warriors against the House of Torg and bring an end to their treachery once and for all!
After everything you have done on behalf of the House of Martok, I ask that you see this campaign to its conclusion. The House of Torg must not be allowed to survive this day. The House of Torg's main base is located in the Gorath system. I will prepare our fleet, and we will attack while we have the advantage. Take Alexander with you, and he will ensure your ship is recognized as an ally by our fleet. Torg will soon discover that the House of Martok is stronger than he was led to believe. Make contact with the fleet when you enter the Gorath system to receive further instructions. Invading the House of Torg in the Gorath system will be the most difficult engagement you have faced thus far. It would be wise to pick up any necessary supplies you need and ensure your ship and away team are fully prepared for battle before you leave the Chronos system. You will find vendors in the first city as well as the exchange, where you can purchase weapons and gear for your crew and starship. After everything you have done on behalf of the House of Martok, I ask that you see this campaign to its conclusion. The House of Torg must not be allowed to survive this day. The House of Torg's main base is located in the Gorath system. I will prepare our fleet, and we will attack while we have the advantage. Take Alexander with you, and he will ensure your ship is recognized as an ally by our fleet.
We've arrived in the Gorath system. Our transponder signal has been linked to the Martok fleet commander, and we're receiving battle instructions. The IKS Mooj will follow us. Our task is to destroy hard assets that Torg could use to mount a counterattack.
To battle!
There is one of the freighters. Target it before it can escape.
Target's shields have failed.
one of the freighters. Target it before it can escape. With these assets destroyed, House Torg will be unable to resupply their forces. their ability to fight will be greatly limited. Now, Torg must be brought before the Council so that we may reveal the depths of his house's treachery. At last, the stronghold of House Torg. This will be over soon. Torg is here, trapped like a Hargh'peng. That will make him dangerous, but not invincible. Coward that he is, Torg will put all of his warriors in our path, including his son, Sagen. Perhaps we will have vengeance for Maven sooner than we expected. Sagen's quarters are up ahead. Despite being an idiot and a follower, he is the heir of House Torg. He will have supported his father in all things, even treason. Even the killing of Maven. For that, he must pay. Honor demands it!
Martok assassins here! Madness!
Torg severed Martok's bloodline when he killed Maven. Now, with the death of Sagen, we have our revenge! As it has always been, my friend. As it always will be. For we are Klingon! We must seek any further evidence of Torg's treason. We can use what we find when we bring him before the Council.
Idiots! You told us this place was secure! Dare to interrupt my drinking? You Martok fools must really want to die.
those shipping containers in the back corner are not of Klingon design. These are Romulan shipping containers, but they're filled with Klingon weapons and technology. These crates are similar to those we found in the Vor system. According to the shipping manifests, they're scheduled to be transferred to a freighter with a destination somewhere within Romulan space. This evidence connects Torg directly to the information we received from the Romulan Republic captain. Torg is selling weapons and secrets to the Tal Shiar, and in exchange, they provide him with deniable assets, ships and assassins to remove his competitors.
You fight well, but you will go no further, assassins!
Torg must be locked in his audience chamber. We must get those doors open!
That is far enough, you filthy piece of bastard! Did you think that you could walk into my home, kill my son, and live to tell about it? I will personally drag you and every other misbegotten member of your house to the frozen core of Hargh'peng, where you will all die without honor!
Your corruption is poison. You talk of honor, but have none of your own. You see power, yet trade it to our enemies for personal gain. You rule a great house, yet have no understanding of what makes our people great.
Don't talk to me of our people. Alexander, son of Worf. It is because of half-breeds like you that our people have grown weak. The fact that Martok accepted you into his family is reason enough for me to destroy his house. You have no idea what the future holds for our people. If you knew what the Romulans have told me, you would beg to join us.
Whatever the future may bring to the Empire, you will not be a part of it, Torg. I will see to that. Perhaps, in the future, there will be peace between our houses, but...
You dare insult me with talk of peace? As you stand there with the blood of my son on your hands? There will be no peace between us, mongrel. I will not rest until every man, woman, and child of House Martok are among the honorless dead, bound for Grethor. Take care of these assassins, and bring me Alexander. I want to teach him a lesson.
Coward! He used his transporter! He has escaped for now, but when we are finished, we will make sure that he has nowhere to run. There will be no safe haven in the entire Empire for Torg. We must take the evidence we've collected to Kronos and present it to the High Council. Once Chancellor Jempok knows of Torg's treason, there will be justice at last. Perhaps they will put Torg into my old cell on Rurapente. It is more than he deserves, but it would be poetic. Incoming hail. It is my father.
The remainder of our fleet has assembled in the system. The House of Torg has called in Romulan reinforcements, but if we stick to our offensive strategy, we will prevail. Form up behind the IKS Taj, and we will teach these fools how to fight ship to ship.
Reading a few ships on attack vectors, all with House Torg registries. Someone doesn't want us to present our evidence to the High Council. It does not matter. I did not come this far to fall in battle to the lackeys of Torg. My father has contacted Chancellor Qapla and explained the situation. He is waiting for us in the Great Hall. The Chancellor and the High Command are waiting for us as well. There, my father will formally accuse Torg of treason. Father tells me that Torg will be present as well. That should make things interesting.
It is time. We must confront Torg. Tell me when you are ready. It is my duty to represent the House of Martok in this matter. I have reviewed the evidence that you and Kimtar have gathered, and I may call upon you to present your findings as testimony. However, you are not to speak unless asked by myself or a member of the High Council. It is time. We must confront Torg. Tell me when you are ready.
Ambassador Worf and Kimtar. An interesting band of warriors, to be sure. The time has come. We are ready to hear your claim. Are you prepared to show evidence to support it? Worf, son of Moog, you have called this council on a very serious matter. Speak.
The House of Martok will show evidence that Torg, son of Cormog, has committed acts of treason.
I will not stand by and let the House of Martok spread more lies and deceit to this council.
This brave warrior, together with my son Alexander, uncovered a plot by the House of Torg to transfer weapons and classified technology to our enemies in the Romulan Star Empire. We have presented to the Chancellor's aides physical evidence and computer logs that will trace stolen weapons from the exchange through the House of Torg to agents within the Tal Shiar.
This dishonorable Baktok would say anything to hide the weakness and decay in his own house.
The evidence is clear, Torg. It is the finding of this council that you have lost all sight of honor and are guilty of treason. The accusation stands. The judgment is discommendation. From this point forward, the House of Torg will be no more.
You have killed my son! You have stripped my house of honor! I will burn in the fires of Grethor! But not before I kill you!
Father, look out!
Ah! Alexander!
We will control the Empire! Kill these fools! Bring me out of here! Now!
It seems I am not the warrior I should have been, Father.
You were warrior enough to save me. All that matters now is that you are my son.
And for that, I am proud.
Save your strength, son. help is coming.
They will be too late. Today is a good day to die.
It will be a good death. You are a warrior. This tragedy will not be forgotten. I want to thank you for rescuing my son from Hargh'peng and allowing him to die with honor. You have done much for the House of Martok, but we have also lost much. Perhaps, but the pain will remain. Alexander never realized that he truly was Kimtar, both then and now. We must remember to stay true to our beliefs. Only then can we live and die with honor. Until we meet again, warrior.
We will make sure the House of Torg is properly punished for their cowardly actions. Torg has been on the council for many years, and I thought I knew his heart. I was wrong. I had no part in or knowledge of his acts against the House of Martok. For that, he will pay dearly. Serve the Empire well,
Lieutenant Commander.
Congratulations! You have proven yourself to be a strong warrior and invaluable to the Klingon Empire. Report to the shipyard orbiting Kronos. I would like to formally recognize your contributions to the Empire.
Kavan, warrior. I bring news from the war.
Avant, warrior. I bring news from the war, and an opportunity for honor and glory. We recently took the Alhena system from the Federation in battle. In response, Starfleet has sent a task force to take it back. Our forces may not be enough to repel their counterattack. Alhena is an important system. I will not see it fall back into Federation hands. Join me there, and we will teach Starfleet what happens when you defy the Klingon Empire! Everything we do is for the Empire.
There is an incoming hail from the station's commander.
Good. More warriors to join the battle against these Starfleet thieves. This was Imperial space for centuries, until the Khitomer Accords gave it to the Federation. A mistake we have corrected, as you can see. Bah! Let them whine like newborn targs. I have but one answer for them. Glorious battle! Join the fight, and we can litter the stars with the wreckage of their ships!
Dead in space!
Good. They are disabled and at our mercy. Now is the time to strike. Let us board the vessel and seize anything useful while we can. I hope you are ready for a fight. Despite what you may have heard, most Starfleet are not cowardly weaklings. They will defend their vessel like warriors born.
Intruder alert! Security to the bridge!
See what the human knows while I search their computer for intel.
If you're going to kill me, get it over with. If you're waiting for me to beg for my life, not going to happen. What's the Klingon saying? Better to die on our feet than live on our knees. That works for us too, you know.
He's stalling, buying time for his security teams to storm the bridge. The turbo lifts approach as we speak. Guard the entrances while I extract intelligence data from their computers. My invasion of their computer systems has been very successful. I have found security command codes and transponder IDs for the Sol system. Indeed, we can do glorious deeds with this information. Deeds worthy of song and memory. Come, let us return to the ship. There is no glory to be found in a Starfleet brig. The Starfleet vessel is too heavily damaged to be of any more use to the Empire. Your orders? Do you wish to scuttle it, or leave its warriors to fend for themselves? Opportunities like this do not present themselves often. I suggest we contact the High Council and discuss the best course of action. Very well. I have Chancellor Jempak standing by.
You have done well today, warriors. Such boldness should be rewarded. Though an assault on Earth would be glorious, I believe there is a greater chance for success in attacking a critical Federation war asset, the Utopia Planitia shipyards. Utopia Planitia is Starfleet's main ship repair and construction facility. Any lasting damage there could hinder the Federation war effort greatly. Yes, that will be your target. It is only fitting that you will find glory at a planet named for a god of war. You must act quickly. It will not be long before Starfleet learns of your success and what you have taken from them. If there are warriors eager to seek glory with you there, lead them to Mars for the Empire. Fight well. Fight with honor. Qapla!
We should approach the starbase. Some of the warriors there may wish to join us in battle once more.
It is an honor to heed your call to battle. We answer it gladly. Soon, Starfleet will pay the price for defying the immortal Empire. It will be glorious! All ships have reported in. They are ready for combat. We leave for battle at your command!
A strike this deep into Federation space has not happened in many years. If we succeed, our names will be remembered for eternity. Tamidun Bamidun!
There it is. Mars. A harsh, scarred world. The humans named it well. We won't have time to destroy the main shipyard, but we can do considerable damage to their repair facilities. Agreed. Fortunately for us, the entire Third Fleet is not present. That is a battle only a fool would seek. It would be glorious for Starfleet. No, the token force in the system will fight well, but we have the element of surprise. And we are Klingons. Victory will be ours. We will also need to disable local communications. I can use the command codes we seized in battle to achieve this, but we must do it quickly. Wait too long, and every Starfleet ship in the quadrant will be summoned to aid their comrades.
This is Utopia Planitia Control. All ships, scramble for defense.
Starfleet is powering up its ships. Destroy as many as possible while they are docked. Never underestimate the Starfleet Corps of Engineers. We managed to get a distress signal out. Somehow. Needless to say, every ship in the sector is coming here at maximum warp. It is time to go. Let's regroup back in Klingon space and leave Starfleet to their ugly little red planet.
receiving communications that the Third Fleet arrived shortly after we warped out. Some of our ships did not escape, and warriors have been captured. Even now, the Federation is denying them a glorious death in battle. This cannot stand! You know me well. Starfleet has been disrupted. Their focus will be on Mars and other critical targets in the Sol system. Ah, but a prison? They will not consider that a critical target. A host of bold warriors could stage a jailbreak. Indeed. The nearest Federation holding facility is in the Gamma Okana system. If we move quickly, we can liberate our captured allies and spare them eternity in the halls of Grethor. As I suspected, Starfleet is still in disarray from our attack on Mars. The advantage is ours. We must swiftly disable the security measures around the station so we can beam aboard and stage the jailbreak. The facility is sending a distress signal. I will try to jam it. Keep working! More Starfleet ships! Eliminate them!
Target's shield has
Success! Our efforts have cleared a small sensor hole in the station. Success! Our efforts have cleared a small sensor hole in the station's defenses. We can exploit this weakness and beam into the facility. My readings indicate we won't be far from the security area where our allies are being held. Ready to transport. On your signal.
Several Klingon life signs. The warriors are being held in cells nearby.
Contact! Engaging hostile!
Intruder alert! All personnel to security stations.
Shield losing power.
Main controls are locked. There are secondary consoles at either side of this cell block. We can use them to override the security fields there.
Come out, Starfleet! Come and see how a true warrior fights!
I will not die caged like a honeybar.
Engineers will be the death.
I will die a warrior's
Attentive
death.
our actions and created a scattering field to stop us from beaming out.
Enemy targets on sensor.
There is a cargo transport. It's not far from here. It is currently blocked by a security field. We must seize a control station so we can drop that field. At that point, we can use the cargo transporter to escape. It is done. The field is down, and the path to the cargo transporter is clear.
Miserable Starfleet Takek!
This Starfleet Kotal is devious, more than Feklar himself! But he will not win this time. If I narrow the annular confinement beam... Yes! We can, but only one person at a time. Hold the line while I control the evacuation.
Security teams to the transporter room.
The first warrior is away. Second warrior transported. Third warrior away. Halfway there. Three left. Two to go. Only one more. All warriors have been evacuated! Prisoners have been evacuated. I managed to foil our personal Starfleet Feklar. We can all beam out now.
More enemy ships have arrived, led by the USS Challenger. This may be a battle we cannot win, my friend.
This is Captain LaForge of the USS Challenger. We'll be making our stand here, and we will hold the line. All ships, this is LaForge. Fire at will.
I suggest we do the same as soon as possible. course they did. We can leave on your order.
Word of our success is spreading throughout the Empire and the Federation. We have inspired our fellow warriors and given pause for thought to our enemy. It was a good day, my friend. A glorious day. You have proven yourself to be a warrior of singular quality. Know that I may call on you again when the Empire has need of such a warrior. Until that day, fight well and with honor. Qapla!
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
One of the vessels that took part in the raid. One of the vessels that took part in the raid on Utopia Planitia has gone missing in the Orith system, in Romulan space. We received a brief burst from the ship's emergency transponder, but then it went silent. If this was a Romulan attack, we may have a new enemy to face in this war. Command has ordered us to go to the last known location of the ship. Once there, we are to find the missing vessel and recover the critical data, if possible.
Everything we do is for the Empire.
We have arrived in the Orith system. The bird of prey may be in orbit, obscured by the planet itself. It may have crashed on the planet or been destroyed here in space. It is time to begin the hunt. Ready to begin a sensor sweep on your command. There is too much radiation from Orith Prime. It's scrambling the sensor signals. We should narrow down the search area with more intensive scans of key areas. That small ion nebula is a good place to start. Officers are skilled, my friend. We now have a detailed scan of the Ion Nebula. There is a cluster of debris behind the larger asteroid. Metallic content is consistent with a ship. That may be what remains of our missing vessel. If so, there could be something left to salvage in the wreckage. I suspect that pirates have been ambushing ships in this system with traps like this for some time now. Crude, but effective. Many a freighter captain came through here trying to avoid inspections, only to meet a cold and brutal end. Sensors are picking up Romulan and Nausicaan alloys within the debris field, but nothing from a Klingon vessel. I'm reading an interesting radiation anomaly nearby. I think we should investigate it.
This is pirate space, and we answer to no one. Leave or die. We have Garamba! We will never surrender!
Nausicaan pirates. They must see the Romulans as easy targets. It is possible they attacked our missing vessel as well, despite the alliance between the Nausicans and the Empire. Indeed. They should have known better than to challenge a Klingon. Wait. Reading an energy signature on the surface of Orith 2. It corresponds to that of a warp core. Indeed. And of the size and class used in a bird of prey. We need to get down there and investigate. There could be survivors. Standard orbit established. We are in transporter range. Away team is standing by in transporter room 1.
Detecting bands of Vistrium in the rock formations here. It scatters transporter signals, so this is as close as we can get to the bird of prey safely. We should make our way to high ground and get an overview of the area. Then we can plan how to proceed to the crash site. What's this? My tricorder's range has been reduced by more than 60%. The Vistrium and trace amounts of Kelvinite could account for some of that, but no. There's something else. I think we're dealing with a jammer of some sort. Run a scan and confirm my readings. There. Do you see it? Exactly. And naturally occurring duonetic fields would not be so constant in effect. This field is artificially generated. I'm sure of it. Be advised. That field will make using transporters difficult. I believe our weapons will still work, however. As I suspected, that field is making it difficult to maintain a sensor lock. It won't be safe to beam out of here without using a pattern enhancer. Picking up some energy readings to the south. The jungle is dense. Many life signs. Exercise caution. Dangers are hidden here. We are not alone. The rocks here form natural valleys and causeways. If we head to the low ground and follow the valleys, we should be able to reach the crash site. Should get our weapons ready. The crash site, it's just up ahead. There it is! The bird of prey! Recommend we run a baseline scan before we proceed. I do not like surprises. There have been too many of them here already. Those might be life signs, but the radiation from the ship's reactor is fouling up my tricorder. We can't rely on our instruments here. Visual recon is our next option.
Kavan, Hargh'peng, captain of what remains of this honored vessel. We were returning from a recon mission and encountered Nasakan pirates. One of them got a lucky shot and knocked our shield generator out. We were making repairs when the Hargh'peng attacked. Indeed. They are good at that. They jammed our transmissions and began to hunt us like animals. Shortly after we crashed. I do not know how many of my crew remain. Several of them went into the jungle to hunt the Hargh'peng against my orders. Young fools. Always it is the brave ones who die.
I'm detecting electrical burns and plasma damage, along with pieces of shrapnel that could have come from an exploding console. This warrior died with honor. There's nothing that indicates they left their post. This warrior was killed by blunt force trauma. The wounds could have been caused by the force of the crash. If the ship's inertial dampers were offline before the ship hit the atmosphere, it is likely that many of the crew were killed this way. This warrior had many internal injuries. Injuries that should have been immediately fatal. And yet, they survived for some time. And look! Their disruptor was drained of power. Every shot was fired. They died in battle. This warrior survived the crash. A very sharp blade killed them, expertly wielded. By tracing the blood trail back to its source, I found a second drag path and 2 sets of footprints. I believe this warrior died trying to defend someone else. Someone who was then taken. I'm detecting level 3 radiation burns and severe heat damage. This warrior must have been very close to a power conduit when it exploded. A Romulan. Not terribly unexpected, considering where we are. But I do wonder why a Romulan is in the company of Klingon warriors. Keep him close for now. We can interrogate him later, once we don't have to worry about the Hirogen putting their blades in our backs. That's all of them. Let's go talk to Captain Qapla.
Where is the enemy? I will die as a warrior. Do not let me die like this. My faith returns. I will live to fight for the Empire. Do you hear, Hirogen cowards? Qapla, son of Karok, lives on. Meet me in battle, if you have the spine for it. It is quite a prize indeed. Complete scans of the Romulan defenses, and the plans for a new type of warbird. Unfortunately, that green-blooded Petach over there detected us. Clever bastard was following in our warp trail as we left the Ratar system. Clever, but not clever enough. We detected him and disabled his shuttle. Oh, I've considered it several times. But my senior officers convinced me that Imperial intelligence might like a word with him. So we threw him in the brig. Since then, there's been nothing but trouble. The cunning Toba managed to sabotage our computers after the crash. He'd have done more if my chief engineer hadn't introduced him to the business end of her spanner. They're functional, but barely. You should be able to extract what you need from them, but I would hurry before the power runs out.
I am getting power readings from within the ship, but they are at minimal levels. If we can find a working terminal, we can use it to access the ship's data core. I have the data. It's encrypted. But there will be time to deal with that later. For now, we should aid Captain Qapla and any other survivors here.
Qapla! I'm ready to leave this wretched planet. Lead the way. I'll follow you back to the transport point. Go! Catch that Petach of a Romulan!
Qapla must have had a bomb rigged to the warp core. He knew the Hirogen would return. Reading Klingon life signs up ahead. More survivors from the crash, most likely. These Hirogen have no honor! If they did, they wouldn't keep warriors caged like animals! Let us free these warriors and send them to the pattern enhancer for evacuation. Once that is done, we can return there ourselves.
Where are the Hirogen? I will make them pay for this!
Evacuate! As you wish. Should I see a Hirogen, I may be delayed.
Honor to you and your house, warrior. You have my thanks.
I will not die in a cage, but as a warrior of the Empire, Qapla!
Where are the Hirogen? I will make them pay for this!
There's that Romulan again! Quick, grab him!
I submit to your will. Among my people, that would make you bound to protect me as you would an honored guest. So guard me now, if you are truly honorable. A large force of Hirogen are coming this way. I won't survive without your assistance.
It's not clear what he knows about Qapla''s mission, but we do know that he wanted us to capture him and escape from the Hirogen. The choice is yours. Shall we take him with us, or not?
You won't regret this. If I ever return to my home, I will tell my people that there is at least one officer of the Empire who truly knows the meaning of the word honor. Lead the way. I will follow willingly.
The Hirogen won't give up the hunt easily. In that, they are almost Klingon. Stay on guard. There may be more traps and ambushes ahead.
Scheming Patak are using me and my crewmates as bait for their traps. There is a spatial charge underneath me. It is wired to explode if I move. You might be able to disarm it if you cut the right wire. Save me, or let me die with my honor intact.
I've sent the warrior to the evac site. I've sent the warrior to the evac site. I've sent the warrior to the evac site. The warrior to the evac site.
There you are! Let us talk of victory! I killed the Hargh'peng leader in battle, and then caught most of his witless lackeys in the blast. It was glorious! Kahless himself could have done no better. But there is still glory to be had, brave warriors. A second Hargh'peng Alpha still lives. He has been chasing me through the jungle. Now, we will fight together, side by side, with honor. Death to the Hargh'peng! Qapla!
The Alpha is coming.
He's hiding. Watch for his minions. It has been a day of glory and of honor. Know that you are a friend to me and my house. What you have done for me and my crew, I will never forget. When we meet again, we will drink a barrel of my family's finest blood wine. Perhaps two, if we're still standing after the first. Ha! Truly? Good. I have so many questions for that miserable Karut. He will wish for the tender mercies of Imperial intelligence when I'm finished with him. I may let them have him. Or perhaps I will drag him by those pointed ears all the way to Rurapenthe.
We are cleared for transporter operations and can leave at your command. This was a good victory. Though Katang's ship is a loss, he lives on, a strong warrior and hero of the Empire. He will critically reduce the supply of blood wine in the first city while he celebrates. But that is a small price to pay, I think. You and I both know we need all of the stout fighters we can get if we are to defeat the Federation. Saving warriors like Katang will help us achieve that victory. But I've chewed enough ligament here. Until we fight together once more. Serve with honor, my friend! Everything.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
There is a report of a battle in the Norg system. If there is an enemy bold enough to attack that close to the Empire, it must be dealt with harshly. I'm calling all...